Sagittarius, how are you? How are you really? So, I actually already recorded a tarot reading for you guys. I was going to post it, but like the background sounds absolutely horrible. Like my daughters were in the background yelling and playing and tapping on stuff. So I didn't want to do y'all like that, okay? If y'all want me to still upload that other one, I will. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have in this reading for Sagittarius? The message that was in y'all's first reading that I did for you guys was basically to make sure that you're not avoiding the healing process and not distracting yourself. Okay? So, what do we have in this reading? Okay, maybe y'all needed two separate messages. Okay? So, what else do we have for Sagittarius? Okay. What else do we have for Sagittarius? Y'all, right now it's like 4 something in the morning, and my daughter they're asleep. And I figured to myself, I need to be uploading some videos. Okay, we have the Emperor in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, we have the King of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, we have the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, Page of Wands in reverse, and the Hermit in reverse. Okay. So, Sagittarius, it looks like the message is still the same. Okay? Because with this Hierophant in reverse and this Hermit in reverse, you know, and the Page of Wands in reverse, this basically gives off the energy of basically not being able to move forward fully because of not really doing the proper inner work here, okay? And, you know, we got the King of Pentacles again, so you're focusing on your Pentacles most definitely, okay? To the point to where that could be pretty much your blockage. So like if you're working towards your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and you find yourself sometimes in this energy of like drained or like feeling like something is missing or something is not right, that's really just your conscious Sagittarius telling you that you're kind of skipping a very important healing process in your journey, okay? So that's what I was telling you guys in your last reading, that it's good that you're focusing on your goals, your money, but to make sure that you're not distracting yourself from the pain of some type of ending that you have gone through, okay, or any type of disappointment that you've experienced, okay? Because right here we have the 5 of Swords, okay? We also have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups, okay? So, you know, it's like in regards to connection, you know, there may have been a lot of conflict, a lot of arguing, not really seeing eye to eye, and, you know, it's almost as if you pretty much just had to walk away from this situation, you know, but energetically, you're still there, okay? Because to fully move away from somebody and to fully be done with somebody, you know, it's like we have to cut that energetic cord, you know, like when a baby is in the mom's belly, how they have the umbilical cord. That's kind of like the same thing whenever we develop feelings for somebody, you know, it's a cord that we have there, and it's not something that we can just walk away from. Like, we have to actually go through the process of actually cutting off that cord, okay? this Emperor card in reverse, I really don't know why that's showing up in y'all's reading, considering the fact that you have the King of Pentacles here. Okay, I don't really think this is y'all's energy. I really think this is the person's energy that you're coming away from. Okay, because the Emperor, if it's in the right way, this speaks to somebody who is pretty much in control of things. Okay, and just somebody who's very logical, strategic, somebody who's very, on point, very direct, straightforward, and decisive. Okay, but this is actually in reverse. Okay, and I don't think that this is y'all's energy. Okay, because the Emperor in reverse does not match up with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this seems like your other person's energy that you're coming away from, or that you're having to walk away from, or that you experience this conflict with. Okay, the issue could have been that this person just couldn't really make their mind up, or right here, this Emperor in reverse, he has a chess piece in his hand. Okay, but this is in reverse, so maybe you felt like you didn't really know this person's true intentions. Okay, you may have laid all your cards out on the table, but maybe this person didn't. Okay, or this person just may not have been really sure what moves to make. Okay, because chess is a game of, making moves. Okay, so yeah, this person may not have really known what moves to make, or if they wanted that or not. Okay, and that probably caused a lot of the conflict that y'all had here. Okay, to the point to where you pretty much had to just be done with this situation. Okay, now with this Three of Cups, that actually came out in y'all's last reading that I actually just did for y'all. You could be networking with other people to where you're working towards your goals, your financial goals, and things of that nature. And which is really good, Sagittarius, but the same message remains, which is to make sure that you're not substituting your healing process from this relationship or marriage with work and your business. Okay, because that's something that we all are pretty much guilty of, or have been guilty of, or will be guilty of. Experiencing some type of hardship or loss or disappointment, and we're just, the most comforting thing for us to do during those times is to, throw ourselves into work or our passions and other things. But that kind of works temporarily, just to, get our mind off of it, but with this King of Pentacles, he's focused solely on that coin, to where, it's like, for you to fully move on, Sagittarius, you would have to actually cut this cord. Okay, you would have to really detach from this situation completely and fully, so that you can move forward. Okay, because let's say, for instance, if you do get involved with another person, they won't be able to experience the whole effect of what it's like to be with you. They'll only be able to experience the parts of you that are not stuck on this other person. Okay, so it's like you would really have to do that inner work and really face this situation. Okay, although it could be very difficult and complicated, but it's just basically, having to accept the reality for what it is, and just focusing on the things that you can change, which I see that is what you're doing. You're focusing on your pentacles. Okay, and that's really good, Sagittarius. So business and finances could be doing really good for you, but it's like in the love department, it's like you're trying to avoid the feelings that come along with this situation. You could be trying to avoid, basically, just distracting yourself from the fact that this didn't work out, and that's completely understandable, So I'm going to, and also with this Emperor in reverse, okay, I kind of see why, like, if this is your energy, I see why it's showing up, because it's like you're wanting to focus on your goals, dreams, aspirations, but because you're not confronting this situation or the pain or actually healing from this, that could actually be weighing down your ability to focus on your money or to focus on making your dreams come alive. Okay, so yeah, you could find yourself sometimes losing concentration or getting distracted or feeling kind of like less motivated than usual, in your business or on your job. And it's simply because, Sagittarius, your consciousness is trying to let you know, like, hey, we still got some inner healing to do. It's a situation that's bothering us, okay? And it's like the more that you focus on your coins and distract yourself from this, the more this feeling is going to creep in, okay? So just want you guys to be very careful and mindful of that, Sagittarius, okay? For you to properly move forward, you will have to, face this situation for what it is and accept it, and to also make peace with it, okay? But to make peace with it, to truly make peace with it, you have to actually, look at the situation for what it is and actually look within, because it's different from just saying, okay, it didn't work out, so just focus on my coins. Like, no. No. You have to actually work through it, Sagittarius, okay? So I'm gonna see what else we have for you guys, okay? It's crazy that y'all's story is repeating, okay? And this is the second story, but it has the same exact message. So, yeah. Just have to really do your proper groundwork here, okay? And it's kind of complicated, Nobody wants to, have to, like, if a relationship or marriage didn't work, like, nobody really likes to ponder on that for too long. Like, we don't like to just sit and mope like, boo-hoo, that didn't work. And that's not what I'm telling you to do, Sagittarius. But the thing is that you have to be honest with yourself on how this is making you feel and what you can do moving forward to make sure that it doesn't affect your next relationship or marriage, And like I was saying, in Libra's reading, it's like you had to move on instead of actually wanting to move on, okay? So, yeah, it's like you would have to really, that's a very big difference, and it's kind of like moving from the person that you truly love onto another person, pretty much as a replacement. So I would just say, Sagittarius, to really make sure that you're not, trying to actually replace this person. Like, your next person, make sure you actually genuinely love them, and that can only happen if you actually cut the cord with this other person so you can fully love somebody else, okay? So we have the Nine of Wands, and we also have the Five of Cups. So yeah, Sagittarius, it's almost as if, especially with this Page of Wands in reverse, it's like right now there's a blockage, okay? And the blockage is coming from basically this disappointment that occurred, this drastic change of the direction in this relationship or marriage. You may have thought that it would go one way, but it did not. And it's almost as if you're trying to distract yourself from how that made you feel, okay? And it's really easy for us to do that because it makes us feel better, but when we do that, we don't really deal with that pain, and so that stops us from fully moving forward, like, what do we look like in a new relationship with somebody, and we go to sleep still crying over the other person, like, that's not right for the new person that comes into the picture, okay? So it's like, for my Sagittariuses who you are wanting love, you are wanting a relationship or marriage, and you are wanting to attract that, for you to be able to do that, it's like you have to first heal with this wound, you have to actually confront the pain that's still lingering around, okay? Because if we're in a low energy and we're wanting to attract a high energy and frequency of love, it's complicated to attract good when we are in the energy of negativity, and if you do attract the good, You know, it's like your negativity will end up kind of pushing that opportunity away. So to avoid that, Sagittarius, it's like you would have to really take time to really sit with this energy and really sit with how you feel, okay, and actually embrace this loss, embrace this change, you know. And for some of you Sagittariuses, you could have actually just had a fallout with like a friend or something, okay, or with family. But with this Ten of Cups, this is mostly about, like, you know, like romance, okay. But yeah, but overall it looks like this person just wasn't sure what moves to make, okay. So I'm gonna do, how does this person view you, okay? How does this person view Sagittarius? That came out pretty quick. Okay, so yeah, we have the Devil in reverse. So that came out y'all's last reading, okay? So they pretty much see you as not giving into this, avoiding temptation, practicing self-restraint, and just really avoiding this situation, okay? They see you as pretty much just, you know, staying on guard and basically steering clear of them, okay? And how do you view them, okay? How do you view this person? And you know what, also with this Devil in reverse, if they don't see you as avoiding them, it's almost as if they are wanting to avoid you because they know that they are unsure and don't know which move to make here, okay? So only apply that as needed, okay? So how are you viewing this person, Sagittarius? Okay? How are you viewing this person? Alright, it is 4:51 in the morning. Okay, that's alright, that's alright. Okay, how is Sagittarius viewing their person? You know what, I'm so glad, like, for anybody that's wondering, like, why I post, like, just a picture like this and do the audio in the background. Actually, some days I really don't like wearing clothes. And other days I have clothes on, but I just look a hot mess. So I don't always like to be on the camera, okay? So, yeah. So that's why I record with my hands, or either I just post a picture up, okay? And plus, the video uploads much quicker this way. When I record my hands, or when I record like my actual self, I have to go back and edit it, and that causes the uploading process like to be way longer than it needs to be, okay? So yeah, that's another reason. So you view them as the King of Cups, okay? It's almost as if, Sagittarius, you know that this could be a very loving person. You see them as very calm, very attuned with themselves. You could view them as very intuitive, okay? Or like they're psychics, or like they're like a spiritual teacher, okay? But in this picture right here with the King of Cups, he has a boat behind them. So it's like you see them, basically it's almost as if you feel like they are trying to clear their environment, if that makes sense. It's like they're trying to rid themselves of what no longer serves them in their life. So, you know, it's like, it's almost as if you see that they're trying, okay? It's like you see that they're trying to get ready, or trying to be committed, or trying to, you know, detox their lives of like past exes and traumas and things of that nature. So it's like you see that this person is actually working on themselves, okay? So that may be why you are not fully moving forward, okay? Because it's almost as if you still feel like there's potential there, okay? Now, I would say there actually is. Like, if you see that this person is working on themselves, Sagittarius, like, you know, yes, there is, okay? if they're doing their proper healing, their proper soul searching, yes, most definitely there is potential there, okay? And yeah. So I'm gonna see what else we have. Okay, what else do we have for this reading, or whatever messages do we have for Sagittarius? But yeah, it's almost as if you have the choice to move forward or continue to wait for this person here, okay? But for you to move forward, Sagittarius, you would have to actually deal with this and actually remove yourself of this blockage and actually get this person out of your heart space so you can make space for a new person to come in. And for you to go back to this person, they would have to be ready, but it's like you don't know when that would happen. So it's like you're really stuck between a hard place and a rock here, okay? So we have here the 10 of Wands, okay? So I see that you're pretty much done. That actually came out in y'all's last reading. I was asking how you viewed this person, and that came out. And with the 10 of Wands, it's like she didn't even bother to call an Uber. Okay? She just got up and left. So the person that you're dealing with, they could have been really flighty, okay? And yeah, just always pretty much on the go. You could have been dealing with somebody who maybe travels a lot or things of that nature, okay? And yeah, it's like with the 10 of Wands, it's like you just feel like you have no choice but to kind of move forward here, okay? But, and with the 10 of Swords too, you got the 10 of Wands and you also have the 10 of Swords. So, yeah, this situation, it probably put a lot of daggers in your heart here, okay? And it's like you feel like you have no choice but to move forward, you know? But to move forward, Sagittarius, you have to actually deal with those wounds. You have to actually pull those daggers out of your heart, okay? And that can't be done if you just focus on your coins, Sagittarius, okay? So, yeah, you have a tough choice to make here, okay? But it looks like right now you're choosing to just focus on your coins, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, basically yourself, which is really good, you know. But, you know, if you don't properly heal from this situation, you're going to constantly have this lingering feeling of loss, or like something's missing, or like something is not right, okay? And that's this situation tugging at you, okay? And you have a choice to either go back, you know, and wait for this person, not knowing how long it'll take, or to move forward. But for you to move forward, you have to actually deal with this, Sagittarius, okay? So that the new person can get to experience all of you, okay? And not just the piece of you that were left after, you know, you gave the other parts of yourself to this person of the past, okay? Or you could end up, you know, just taking your own path here and just really focusing on yourself and healing, okay? You don't have to go forward or backwards, okay? You could just stand, like with this 9 of Wands, you could just stand there in your own power, you know, focus on your coins, you know, and work on yourself, surround yourself with people with good energy, you know, things of that nature, okay? So, what's the likely outcome of this situation, okay? This is not a prediction, this is just simply a likely outcome, okay? What is the likely outcome of this situation, okay? What's the likely outcome of this situation? It's crazy how the readings, you know, this is not my first time having to redo a reading, and it actually ends up coming out the exact same. So that's actually pretty dope. Okay, so what's the likely outcome of this situation? Okay, or what else can we expect in this situation? any Sagittarius that was wondering like why this person wasn't ready here, it looks like they were just unsure. Okay, right here we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, so for the most part, it's like, yeah, still pretty much avoiding this heartbreak, avoiding this. Okay, so yeah, you'll have to really, I know it's not fun embracing those negative emotions and feeling. It's not fun being sad. It's not fun being heartbroken. It's not fun, but that's life, and that's part of our healing journey when we can actually confront how we feel, define how we feel, and find ways to comfort ourselves and, nourish that wound. But if we are just basically avoiding it and distracting ourselves, and filling that void and trying to numb away that pain, from my Sagittarius is who you are wanting in the future, a relationship or marriage, it's going to be complicated. Moving on to another person and you're not properly dealing with those wounds, you won't be able to fully show up as yourself for this new person, and it's kind of like if you don't heal from this situation, you'll end up being like the person that you're having to walk away from. Not ready, okay? Not ready, still holding on to past situations, moving forward without fully healing from the past, okay? So it's like hurt people, okay? But that vicious cycle can end with you, okay? So, it's like in a way with you moving on but not properly healing from this situation, it's like in a way it allows you to understand why this person maybe wasn't ready, because maybe they went through the same exact thing, Sagittarius. Maybe something that they wanted with somebody didn't work out and they had to walk away, but they didn't do the proper healing and they started dealing with you, okay? And they weren't able to fully show up for you because they didn't fully heal, okay? So yeah, it's like in a way this is kind of like a karmic lesson, like for any of you Sagittarius that were probably wondering like why this person is not ready. It's like you got your answer, but like through yourself, okay? Because you have the Page of Wands here, so it's almost as if you want to move forward, but you know that you're not ready. And you know that you're not ready because you still feel attached to this person and you still have these wounds here that have not properly been healed. You have not fully opened up your heart chakra to another person, okay? So now you are basically in this person's shoes. Now you're in their point of view and you're able to understand why this person was not ready, why this person was unsure, why this person was flaky, okay? Because they were going through what you're going through now, not fully healing from their past situation and trying to move forward, okay? But you can learn from them. It's like what you wish they would have done, you can do now, okay? When you wanted this person to be ready, they could have been ready if they would have properly dealt with their wounds before they got with you, okay? So it's like for you to move forward into your new person so that you can be good to them, you would have to make sure that you properly heal your wounds, okay? So yeah, this is kind of like a karmic situation and a karmic lesson, okay? So yeah, it's like sometimes we get into gems with people that cause us to have to do inner work, which otherwise without this person we never would have experienced these emotions that we have to heal from, so yeah, kind of like y'all's last reading, divine alignment, okay? This is allowing you, if you will let it, this is allowing you to really dig within yourself here, okay? And really nourish yourself and nurture these wounds, okay? And to properly get aligned with yourself and get aligned with the energy of love so that you can manifest love, okay? So this is actually pretty good, Sagittarius. This is a reading about healing, okay? And accepting the situation for what it is and really nurturing those wounds how you wish that this person would nurture their wounds, you know, so that you can be ready how you wish that this person was ready, okay? So, yeah, that's all that I have for you, Sagittarius. Thanks so much for listening in. I pray that this really gives you guys insight on your situation and kind of guide you into this place of contentment and peace, okay? So, yeah, I'll let you guys go. Once again, thanks so much for listening. Until next time, so long.